hello everybody. I was sitting here chatting away and there was nobody. So silly me hadn't pressed the live button. Just waiting for Adam. I've come on a bit early. Everyone's all chilled out. Some are a bit sleepy. Echo is a bit playful as usual. Hi guys. Hey Lewis. Hey Suez. Hey Margot. Hello Isaac. Hello Fierce Gig. Hi everybody. So we're waiting for Adam. I just come on a bit early because I was sitting here ready. So I gave the place a little bit of a hoover up. Echo. Trying to keep Echo from climbing all over me. Oh, Lily. 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 Crazy Lily. Naughty Lily. Hello, BJ. Hello, Pistachio. Poppy. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Hello, Yoshi. Yoshi's decided to wake up. Raven. Probably too hot for Raven. Oh. Let Raven have a go. Hello, Deanne Smith. Yes, that's right. And he's more of an orange tabby. And Lily is more of a dark brown tabby. So, yeah, two tabbies, but different kinds of tabbies. So here comes Echo trying to creep up on me. I can see you trying to make your way up on me. Come on then. Oh, here he is. Look. And she's run off with the toy. Lily's run off with the toy. And Echo's decided to climb on me. Trying to get it through the door. Trying to get it through the door now. Lily, bring it back. Hello, Linda. Come on, Echo. Hi, matey. Hello. I know, sweetheart. Come on. It's okay. Come on. You're making me sit in the hairy chair. Hey, come on. I can hear you, sweet boy. Yes, yes. Hello. Hi, darling. Darling. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Oh, hi. Come here. He always wants to lick me. He always do lick me, lick me, lick me. That's all he does, is lick me. Hello, Sunlight. Hello, Labella. Welcome, guys. I know, darling. I know. What have you said? Where have you taken the toy, Lily? You've took it outside and you just left it out there. And now none of us can play with it. Hello, Nine Furballs. Hello, Kevin. Hi, Echo. Yes, hello, mate. Hello. Hello. So sweet. Oh, darling. Oh, you are so heavy-footed, aren't you? Yes. You're so heavy-footed. He's just trying to lick me. Hello, Chelsea. Oh. Let's look at all the others. Everyone else is just conked out. They're like, oh, we can't be dealing with this heat today. We've got the blind down most of the way, which helps sometimes, keeps the heat out. Oh, thank you, Suez. Yes, arthritis, definitely. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. Hello, Linda. Echo. Oh, right. Adam's on his way. Here we go. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I guess we're actually live.
Yeah, we are live. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I was actually talking and it wasn't even live. I did the same thing as last time. And then I was like, can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? No. So then I ended up pressing it and then I thought that you would come on there automatically. And then I was like, no, he's not here. So no
Nice.
worries. Is that Max?
Yes, that's Mad Max.
Is
He's
he
mad when
okay?
well, I mean, his eyes are still. I mean, overall, his eyes are better, but they're definitely gunky still. A little bit, which was when I was telling you that email. We're probably going to have to give him a stronger antibiotic. Probably doxycycline is what he had to have before years ago when he had this issue.
Yeah. I love the way you guys say how did you say it? Antibiotic.
Oh, antibiotic?
Antibiotic. Yes, we say antibiotic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But hello, everybody. Hello, Lewis. Hello, Linda. Hello, whoever else said hello. I can't remember. Sue. Scrolling back. I know, Max. You're like, I don't want to be on this live today. You're annoying me too much.
Oh. Your hand is wounded, Adam.
Oh, these are Max scratches.
No way.
Yeah, this is when he like I say he's not a fan of his eye drops. So,
Wow.
but that's normal for me.
He looks like such a chilled cat that you could easily just do it, but I guess it is harder when the cats get bigger. They more resistant, aren't they, to these things?
I think he's just tired of getting eye drops.
Oh,
Bruce is oh sorry, Shelly. Bruce, his monitor we have not put back on yet. We actually are gonna go maybe until next week of not having his sensor on him. After he tore it off last Tuesday.
oh. So when they put it on, how do they just stick it on, or do they have to? I don't know, like because it's stuck to the
So
skin, isn't it?
yeah, so you kind of see here. Um, this is supposed to be. This is why it didn't stay on last time because when we took this off, he still had some hair here, and it's supposed to
Ah,
be shaved like completely, pretty much like all the way down to the skin. And because they didn't shave him properly, it didn't stick because it's like there's like a little needle that goes just like just like this much
ah,
down into the body. Um, and then you put it on, you kind of attach it on, and then there's a little bit of like surgical glue that kind of goes around it that keeps it in place.
right.
But he's been though very active though, or more active recently. So he's also been like rubbing on like, stuff like this, and then he's probably been kind of bumping it as well when he's rubbing up against like table legs and things like that.
Oh. Is that? Do they have to put it in that exact place, or can they put it somewhere else?
I mean, you want to try to have it on where a cat's not going to be able to get to it. But the thing with cats, I mean, that's practically impossible. I mean, just the way their necks are, they can pretty much almost, go around 360 nearly.
Yes.
Um, so, I mean, this is not a bad spot. And then what they do, they just come on, Max, I got to move you. It just kind of they go back and forth because this was one. This one worked fine, but then they went over here again or maybe it was this one. I don't remember what side it was. Sorry, Maxie. I know you're bothering me. But they go back and forth between the sides. Ideally you'd want to like have it up here, like when you put flea medicine in or on. It's normally
Yeah.
like between the shoulder blades, right? But you have bone. You have like bones there, and you got like the spine there, so you couldn't really put it there. Hey, Maxie. I know. I'm playing with your belly. Hello there, Kevin. Hello there, Margot. Ugh,
Well, you can't get up as well. No. Can't have both of you on me.
Maxie. Come here, Maximus.
You'll
You're a
fight.
good boy. So we did get another sensor. Like I was telling when I was on my live stream on Tuesday, these sensors don't come cheap. They're about $80-$90 a pop. And then putting the sensor on itself is like $60. So
Oh my God.
it's not cheap.
So does will the vet that did it before do it for free next time because he didn't shave off enough hair or?
I certainly hope something, maybe a discount of some sort, because I did take a
Yeah.
picture like after it came off. So when we go down there
Right.
again, because he was scheduled to have the thing replaced on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. So we'll see if he actually, we I don't know. My wife is a little bit more like kind of paranoid, wanting to know what the numbers are. I'm like, I don't know. He seems like he's more stable. We've been poking him a few times, but like we poke him before he gets his insulin and we poke him about the middle of the day or so. So we're kind of two different minds right now. She wants to have it back on. I'm like, I'm not so sure if it's needed anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's not
Oh,
like he's going to have this thing on for the rest of his life, or at least I hope not.
yeah. No, that's good if he doesn't.
Hello there, Roz. Hello there, Raph, Allison, Pearl Jam. Hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday.
No, Butchie. You moody boy. Everyone's moody when it's hot. They're all like flat out.
Yeah, he's got some gunk still. I know, buddy. You got some gunk there still. And he's kind of getting it on both eyes. So that's why doxycycline is probably what we're going to have to do. Sue, it came off. You can
Hold
claim
on.
a replacement from the manufacturer. Saves you on the sensor. Well, I already bought the sensor, Sue. But I mean, that's not a terrible idea.
Okay, Echo.
Roz, Max is doing. His eyes are still kind of gunky, but overall, we're doing okay. Hello there, BJ.
Oh, hello, Debbie. Hello, Roz. May hello, Maya.
Bruce, email you the readings after poking for the week. I have your daughter look at them. Okay, Bruce. I don't mind having another pair of eyeballs looking at it. That's fine. Scrolling up in chat. Okay, I'm caught up with everything. Hey, Maximus, you little boy. So, Shelly, how are things out there with? I know it's been a week now. I mean, I don't want to, bring up too much stuff, but with obviously with ballerina passing, this is a weekend now. Hopefully, things are
Yeah, yeah,
kind of
we're
better.
okay. I think everybody's doesn't, to be honest, is just acting normal, and we're just keeping busy trying to just get on. The good thing is when you have, loads of other cats, you have to just continue, don't you? You don't have time to really take a break, take a couple of days away and just say, all right, I'm just going to have a, time alone or whatever. But you just, yeah, it's just something we have to face. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was coming that quick. If she everything was normal right up until she died.
Sure.
Um, so it was that was the only thing that was shocking, really.
Understand. Understand. Fizgig, you have a kitty with IBS, but you refuse to put her on steroids. That's not a bad thing. Steroids can do some pretty nasty things with cats. You
Yeah.
know what they've done to the body, and I'm not doing that. Any advice?
Oh, no
Food
echo.
potential. Uh, what kind of food does she eat, Fizgig? Because that can kind of cause some issues depending on food, especially if the kitty eats dry food. That's what we learned with Max. We don't have him on any dry food anymore. Hello there, Cindy.
Lily always looking at the camera. Yes, I was talking about you. Giving us cat eyes. Mhm. Come
Hello
on
there,
then.
Cindy.
Come on then.
Fizgig. My wife has a probiotic, so something like I don't know if you've heard of Flora Forta Fizgig, but that's something also that you can put, or I want to say lysine, but lysine is more of an immunity thing. Well, lysine might not be a bad thing either. Fizgig, you have her on a prescription turkey formula. It is dry. I can't get her to eat wet food. That's unusual. Or she bars,
Hi,
bar,
Echo.
barfs when she does. Okay.
These two.
Probiotic then maybe Fizgig might be the best thing. Fizgig for Flora Forta didn't seem to help either. Throws up that as well. Okay. Lysine, maybe. There is a powdered lysine, like L-lysine, that you can order. It
Yeah,
also
that's what we
comes.
use.
Is
I'll
it?
go and get
Yeah.
it. Let me show you so anyone can have a look. We might lose the signal here. Hold on. Oh, this is May. May. Waiting to
Oh,
join.
there. Cindy, your kitty's on it. Yeah, that looks like the same. Yeah, that's the same thing. L-lysine. Yep. I just don't know if that would do anything for IBS though or not. It might. I'm just not sure.
I guess IBS is like humans, so maybe certain things may cause you to have IBS. Oh, stuck.
Yeah.
Like people who sometimes might be more sensitive to meat or like red meat, coffee, and all those kinds of things. Maybe it's one of those things that could help in like the cat's food.
Yeah. Here is another thing, also Fizgig. Now you'd have to check with your vet. Max is on this. I'm going to put it up really close to the screen because I can't pronounce this. This is more so though for like a gallbladder kind of issue. Um, you're a you've got to love medicine name, right? You're something. You're a Dorisol. Um, it's for kind of gut inflammation. More particular for him, it's for his
Maybe.
gallbladder issue, but maybe something like this could work, maybe as well. Comes in a treat. Hey, Maxie.
Moon. Moony.
Hello there, Cindy. Hello there, Sunlight.
Moony. Come here. Let's clean off your mouth. Oh, and your eyes. Oh.
Somebody's asking me to come eat strawberries.
Yes, I
Um,
wish. Mooney,
I'm
come
not
on.
a strawberry fan.
Mooney.
Strawberry shake is okay. Strawberry ice cream is okay, but the actual berry, no. Oh, I know, Maxie. We're only going to be with you for a few more minutes. Oh, somebody went blank.
Hold on, I'm here. I'm just getting something off my cat's mouth.
This is good. It's mostly colitis. Okay, so it's a gut inflammation thing going on. Sensitivity thing. Might have tried so many foods. Look into that medication. Fizgig, another thing too is sometimes if the cat has been eating something for like a long time, like a novel or not novel diet, something that's like new to the system, like say like duck or even alligator. And yes, cat food does come in alligator. Could be something that might be needed or tried as well potentially.
All right, Moony Moon. Hold on. She's grumpy Moon. I just she gets bad gums as well.
Mm,
And it- like crust builds up on the side of her mouth and I have to like take it off because it must be irritating for her and her breath stinks terribly because it's always problematic. She's got very healthy teeth, the vet said, but her gums are always inflamed. So we have
mm.
to give her, she has to have a steroid every 3 or 4 months to help it relieve, help it go down, and like antibiotics, anti-inflammatory, same as honey as well.
Have you tried brushing their teeth?
Oh, there's the vet gave me a spray and a special brush. There's no way I
Sure.
can get it in her mouth. She just starts going crazy to the point where she'll like pee herself as well, and it's so
Mm,
stressful. So I think to myself, I don't know what else really to do, apart from just every time she goes in for a cortisone like injection, she's a lot better. But
sure.
it's not something like we was just saying, it's not something that you want to give to them all the time, is it? But you know,
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we tried brushing Rosemary's teeth for a little bit when she had some kind of gingivitis, just prone to kind of gingivitis. Got a dental like a year ago, but her teeth are kind of they're getting some more gingivitis again on the gum, so she might have kind of maybe not to the same extent, but kind of that same kind of issue as far as that goes.
yeah, we use this, but it's um it's not mint flavored, although it smells like it. I don't know if it's not going to be written in English here, but it's got post postibus or whatever that is. I have no idea. But it
Hmm.
works. It works really well. But they just hate the taste of it.
Hmm. Okay.
Ah, thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
Oh,
Would and I know this would be very costly depending on how much teeth she has, but her teeth are healthy, so I was gonna say like
yeah.
extractions.
This is what we
Um,
thought. We've had her in twice, and she's been put under twice. And each vet by two different vets, and both vets have said we don't want to remove their teeth because they're really good. They're really
yeah.
healthy.
Huh.
So I'm like, well, what do we do? And there's nothing we can do. It's just about cleaning them and spraying them and that sort of thing. And
Mhm.
she doesn't let you do that. It's stressful. I don't want to put her under the stress of having to keep holding her down. She eats and drinks still. So does Honey as well. She has the same problem, but she doesn't have any teeth except for
Mm, okay.
two fangs. She did have hers taken out. They were bad teeth. So yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. We'll just have to keep trying different ways. I use a solution, as I said before. I think in a live before, I use the. I'll go and get it. I'll show you. It's on here. So in the water, I add this to the water,
Vet IQ dental care. Okay.
And then hopefully, I just hope that that will give something to, to clean the mouth out. Hopefully, yeah.
Hmm. How often? So that's something that's done like weekly or daily.
Yes, so yeah, once basically every time the fountain's finished and I have to top it up again, then I put more in, basically. So it could be
Okay.
every 3 days.
Just depends.
Yeah, they're all
Hello there,
drinking a lot.
Rosemary. Hello there, Joyce.
Yeah, a lot of
Well,
cats don't seem to want to drink water when that's in there, but they I've not seen them refuse it. So it's in the two water fountains, so it keeps swirling around in the fountains. I don't put it in the still water. So maybe if you try it in a water fountain, it kind of swishes it around a bit more. So it won't be so um, probably won't be so strong if it's sitting in still water. It's probably better in a fountain. Yes,
yeah,
exactly
something
like
like
what
that.
Adam has. Because it moves then, doesn't it? It moves around.
Yeah, so our cats have gotten spoiled. They don't drink. Well, Zelda still drinks out of a flat bowl or like a basic water bowl, but
Yeah.
everybody else likes their water fountains. Stick their paws
Yeah,
in them.
that's it. There's a few that like their flat bowls. I wish I could get rid of them completely, but because they run on electric, I worry that if we ever have a power cut, they'll be left without water. So it's always good to have those bowls down, isn't it? Just in case. Especially in
Makes
Turkey where
sense.
we have lots of power cuts. So
Yeah, Cindy, this fountain, this was probably, I don't know, maybe $30, $40 or so. And we clean it weekly because it does kind of get slimy, or sometimes, like I said, some of our naughty cats, they'll put their paws in these fountains and drink that way, but then their paws might have something on them.
yeah,
It's like, come on, Katie's. Nobody wants to drink your paw water.
you find hairs in there. I find biscuits. Sometimes I find toys in the water bowls, like balls. Leaves, like the fake leaves from outside. I find them in the bowls.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Yoshi, I think, does that.
Hello there, Sue. All right, Maxie, I'm gonna let you be. We're gonna go hang out with some of the other cats where you balance that on your head. Maximus, you have a flat head. All right, Maxie, I know you're sleepy.
Thank you, DW Plays.
Oh, if I can get off the ground, that is. It's always an adventure. Oh. Anybody in chat, if you're young, enjoy your young years because they go by quick, and once you get old, it's all over.
What is that on the floor? Is that a blanket for them? Or is that like
This?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a blanket for this. Is because this is kind of Max's room. This is where he's in a chunk of the
Oh,
day. So he's got like a blankie, he's got some toys, a fountain, scratching post he never uses, a little one. Eventually, we might get something up for the window so we can look outside because he can't really jump up to that height right now.
mhm.
All right, Max. All right, everybody. I might be back with Max, but for now, we'll say bye to Mr. Maximus, and we'll go catch some of the nutty cats. Although it is sleepy time. Not for you, though, huh? Yoda? No.
Oh, I love this one's face.
Yoda? Yeah, a lot of people think he's like
Yeah.
Batman. I
So
know.
those pens you got, Sue S got me some on Amazon. I never found them. I didn't put them on the list. She just sent them to me from the Amazon list. So I'll be looking forward to trying those ones that you've just got.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's got like, I mean, it's like a flashlight, and it's like a UV light. You can barely see this, but it's like a UV light in case you got some naughtiness going on
That
on the
UV
carpet.
light could detect ringworm.
Oh, can it? I didn't know that.
It could, yeah. So that's handy for me.
And then it's kind of hard to see because I know the screens are like half the size, but you have a face. What else do you have on here? I got a star, like a mouse, the boring just laser pointer. I think that's like a butterfly. But Yoda, though, his thing is the face. Hey, Zelda. Hello there, Glare Bear.
Yeah, let me know if you can if it works, Glare Bear. We're clear of ringworm now. Thanks God. We're just over it. It did come back with a vengeance, so I got rid of it on my skin, that is. And I thought that I'd got rid of it within a week, and I stopped taking my tablets because I'm naughty like that. And then I it came back, and I just looked like a zombie. My whole arm was kind of covered in it, and it was worse than before. And then I read online that if you don't treat it properly, it comes back worse, which it did. And I still continue to take tablets. We're just into 3 weeks at the moment, so I think I'll just finish one more week, and then hopefully that'll be enough. But none of them seem to
Uh,
have it in here, which is good.
R- Roz, Zelda is doing fine. You know, I don't. Zelda is like a miracle cat. I mean, she's 20 plus. She's been had diabetes for 10 years, but she just keeps on trucking along somehow.
Mhm.
Don't know her secret. She's obviously a little
Oh,
old,
look at
little
her.
slow, but
Oh,
that is. Hey, meow meow.
that's how Ballerina was, just like that, you know. How old is she?
Like 20 and a half.
Wow. Maybe Ballerina could have been older than what we think, you know. That's the thing. We really just don't know, do we? And if they've been living on the streets most of their life, you just don't know how old really they are unless you have them from an early age, like most of mine I have.
Sure.
I can see. I mean, Raven's meant to be 3, 4, but I don't know. She acts older to me. She acts like Honey, who's around 6, you know. So yeah,
DWB, how do they like the kicker fish? So this, if you're talking about this, they like it when it's not on. When I turn it on, they all run away from it. So we have it off.
we had one, but they ripped it up and they poured the fluff out of it. So that was no good. That thing on the
Nice.
floor is meant to make sounds and move, and that's also been torn apart. That's got fluff coming out of it. And again, I do think it's this one that does all that. Yoshi, Yoshi,
Uh,
come here, baby. Come
you get
here.
those active young kitties. We have the old group besides the nutcase right
Oh, my
here,
boy.
Tang and Tiny.
My
Uh,
beautiful boy.
Bruce, I think you asked how Pancakes was doing. Pandora, she's doing fine.
All that hair. Oh, I'm not going to shave you, no. I see with Yoshi, he's got a little bit of dandruff these days. I'm not sure. Would you know what that might be? Could he be?
I mean, I don't want to use the D word, diabetes,
This is
but
why I'm
it
asking because, you know, he's obviously a bit of a eater.
and he's a little overweight as well.
Yeah, for his age, you know.
And he's a male. So uh, I mean, you can obviously easily check. You know, you just get his
Leave him
blood
alone.
tested, just get a glucose check. But it could just be it is hot there, right? And it is summertime, so it does. Like, do you remember last year? Did he have any dandruff, or is this
No,
something like
I
new?
don't think so, no.
Hmm.
Because he's only 2.5.
Oh, he's okay. So he's a youngin still.
Yeah. Could be just dry skin, you know, what we all get. I don't know.
Could be.
Oh. Although I think, you know what, he's the one who throws up a lot. So maybe when he throws up, he's lacking in vitamins, which could cause probably dry skin. Like,
Well, yeah, it could be. I mean, but throwing up though. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's the one that had hairballs, right?
yeah, I think that most of the time they don't come out as hairballs. They do come out as just food because I think he eats too fast and then he throws up. But not all the time. It's about once a week,
Okay.
which is obviously
Not
a lot more than a hairball um, passing with the normal cats. But yeah,
Have you tried a hairball remedy on him? There's like a
yes.
certain
Oh, you mean like the paste or just like something
yeah, it's
else?
like a it's like a gel almost like something you can like pull out of a syringe.
Oh, I've got paste. We give him paste, but again, he's not one of those kinds of cats that would who likes those things that much. He doesn't eat dreamies. He's the only one that doesn't really eat the dreamies. And the paste, he doesn't really like that either.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. It's always the way, Adam. You know, when you need a cat to take something, um, they if they need it, they don't tend to want it.
That is true. Sometimes you just gotta get into a pill gun and just well pill it down their throat.
Yep, yep. Yesterday I did the worm tablets. That went really well. They all had a worm tablet, which is great. Not that I've seen any worms. I don't see worms, but because obviously when Ballerina came in, she'd been on the streets for a long time and she was suffering really bad with worms when she was in the clinic. I mean, she was throwing them up. They were coming out of her, poops.
Hmm.
And she had a dose of worming. And then when we brought her into here, she would obviously need another dose. We'd say like 3 months later because it was a big dose. And she may have left some eggs, in the poo. So it was good just to give them a dose, um, just in case, there was any left over.
Okay.
Because the worms, once they've been in you, you've got to treat them, haven't you? And then you've got to treat them again about 3 weeks later because the eggs haven't hatched.
It's been a while since I've had to deal with anything like that, so I'm not
Yes. Well,
honestly
this is the thing.
sure.
When you've got indoor cats, we don't tend to do it. And then when I quarantine, so for example, May's outside, she's had a dose of worming yesterday, and then she had her first dose like a month and a half ago. So by the time she comes in here, she'll be, totally clear. These lot don't really need it either. But I just thought, just in case,
Sure, prevention.
yeah, it's been about a year since they had one, I guess. I never see any fleas, which is a blessing.
Oh yeah, neither do we. Red fleas a long time ago. We had an outbreak of we got a little boy that we brought home, a little tuxedo boy who was like 6 weeks old maybe, and he was apparently covered with fleas, and he got himself obviously fleed. He got all the three cats that we had, the other three kitties that we were with at the time. They got into our carpet, so it was good times.
Yes, it's awful, isn't it? This is the thing. I've always tried to never let that happen, and I don't know. I think it's just a good idea. That's why we always put the like new cats into the large bathroom, because we can just hose it down and wash it down the drain. Any fleas or dead ones. Just hopefully they don't get under the door because it's obviously next to our cat room, but it never has, thankfully. So catch the gremlins before they start escaping. Oh, and black cats. You can't see anything on black cats. You
Nope.
can never see. When Raven came to us, she was covered in fleas. She would sit in the sink as a way of she just liked sitting in the sink. And when she come out of the sink, it was like red blotches everywhere. So you could see where all the fleas, like the flea blood, um, on the white sink. So yeah, she was badly infested with fleas.
Mm.
And I couldn't see him. She was always scratching herself. It was just, yeah, it made me cringe.
Hi, baby. I know, baby. I know. Get some baby love here, huh?
So the tablet hack is what I did yesterday was I used one of those licky licks, or you call them churros, and I just pop the tablet in the top and then I squish it around a bit so it's like disguised with the paste, and then I let them have some of it first, and then as they're getting into it, I just kind of shoot it in to their mouth, and then I keep pushing the licky licks, and so they don't actually have time to realize that a tablet's gone in. So it goes everywhere. It's a bit of a mess, but it works.
Oh, all right, baby. You need to move because I got to get up. I guess we do the old fat. Oh, I don't have it right now. It's all being washed. But the old pill guns.
Oh,
Oh, come on, Orangey. Let's say hello.
that's right, catitude. Yeah, when the flea dirt blends, and yeah, it's all the eggs and the flea dirt. It's horrible. Really, was making me feel sick. Because you couldn't touch her as well. She wouldn't let you touch her to kind of like, to try and search for them on her at that time. I was thinking, oh no, she's just covered in fleas. Yeah. On the white cats, you can see them easily.
Yeah, something like the baby here.
Yeah, exactly. Our lovely calicos. Look at them.
Nutty
Mm.
calicos.
Yeah. Although I said to you said that to me before, Honey's very calm for a calico.
Well, maybe she's not a full blown calico.
No.
She's got another cat in there that's keeping her somewhat sane.
Yeah. Hello, honey.
Yeah, that's the calico, right, honey? Okay.
Yes, but you've got black in yours, haven't you?
Yeah, black,
She's got
white, and kind of brownish.
she's got black, she's got brown, orange, and white.
It looks like on her face, I can see some like tabby stripes, like
Yeah.
on above her eyes. So I don't think she's like full calico. So I think that's why she's not a full nutcase. Those in chat, if you've had calicos before, I mean, you can let me know. Are your calicos nutty or are they calm? But that kitty looks like a little bit of maybe a little bit of mixture of tabbyco,
Yeah, it's got
torbico.
little tabby tail. Those sexy legs. Yes.
Hello there, George. Hope
Oh,
you're
your
doing well.
fur's growing back, isn't it? Yeah, don't you try and be naughty. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? You're gonna start letting me brush you now. Mm.
Oh, I did want to let everybody know, those who are interested. So, and I did this on a community post. So tomorrow I will be doing a Google Meet. Basically, a Google Meet is like a chat room, I guess you could say, but you could see each other if you so desire. Now, if somebody wants to be in it, but they don't want to be like on camera, they can have their camera off and just have their audio on so they can talk. To me, it's just a kind of a neat way to kind of like talk to some of y'all. Because right now we can see you commenting, but you can't actually talk. And I just think that it's just, I don't know, kind of easier to talk than to leave a comment and have us reply, or at least myself reply. So just if anybody's interested, that would be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's on my last community post. There's a little link for it if anybody's interested in that.
We've got a hornet. A huge, huge hornet. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to grab this. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. Oh,
Is that
he's
on
so
the?
scared.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's on the inside. Oh,
It's on
nice.
the inside, and I found one yesterday dead. I'm just hoping they are not nesting somewhere.
If you have a couple, it's a possibility.
Right, I'm just gonna um put it outside. Hold on.
Yeah, we got some in our screened-in porches. So every so often we have some hornets or wasps that are on the inside of our porch, and I usually go out there and I have like a cup and a paper towel, and I put the cup over it, and then I put the paper towel kind of like I pape the paper. I slide the paper towel under the cup, or kind of like in it, and then I'm able to put the towel down on the cup, and then I can get it outside because I don't want to kill anything if I don't have to. Um, but we also think though we have like there's a hornet's nest or a wasp nest or something underneath the screened-in porch where we're gonna have to get looked at and get treated.
Yes, because every year in the summer they tend to build nests in the corners of the house, like on the somewhere. They're coming from somewhere. That's the second one now, and they're really dangerous. They can be really dangerous, can't they?
I think if you have an some kind of allergic reaction to it, like a bee, definitely you could have a problem.
Yeah, I worry about the cats. I think that they might get hurt. But I suppose they didn't last night. Whoever well, I won't say killed it. Let's say it was dead.
Yeah, that's a word you supposedly can't say on YouTube.
Is it?
People say but yeah, it's one of those to me silly things. People say you're supposed to say unalive, but I don't know. I have no problem. If the word is kill, then just use the word.
Yeah. Or R.I.P. Wasp. That's all we can say, I guess. You never know, do you? Like, what do I say? But no, I think the Google Meets is good because I feel sometimes it feels strange, doesn't it, talking out into the open air? I find that as well. That's why on the lives I find that quite odd that you can't hear anyone speak, or it just still doesn't feel natural doing it like that.
All right, we are gonna go. What is it? 40 after. I forgot how long. Maybe like an hour, hour and a half, or something like that. Was that correct? I don't know if there was really a
Yeah.
time frame on this. Somewhere in that time frame. So let's go. I think Rosemary, we're gonna go visit on my side here. So I'm gonna go outside and go sweat to death outside for a little bit.
Oh my.
It's not that bad, but I mean, we're like probably in the 80s or so. It's been like the U.S. have had a heat dome. It's called a heat dome over it, where it's just like incredibly hot temperatures during this last week. It affected like the bulk of the country. So we were like in the 90s, but like the heat index is like in 105, 110.
Wow,
So
that
it's
is
been
so
hot.
hot.
All right, you lunatic. I'm gonna put this in. Yeah, you're not gonna. You're not gonna have this right now. You want to just eat it
Mhm.
like a little goofball. All right, kitties. Oh, Tiny. Let's say hi to Tiny. Hey, Tiny. Hey, Chunky. The one fat cat that we got. Well, one of the fat cats.
Who's the guy's voice? Is that would be Adam?
Some strange guy who hacked into the live.
Yes. Who is it?
All right. Let's. Oh, Bruce. Let me know, Bruce. Are you still on here? I'm assuming you are, Bruce. Let me know. Gotta ask or tell him something about this litter box since he's on this live real quickly. I would not recommend though this litter box still really to anybody. I hate to say it because none of these cats use it. So Bruce, before I was telling you about if you could like take the legs off, it would be flat or it would be closer to the ground. Yes, it can, but the problem though, Bruce, and hopefully you can see this. This right here is where like the litter goes into. So this like kind of pushes down or kind of pops out. So if you took the legs off, this is going to come up, and then the litter is not going to have anywhere to go. Um, so it would have to be so. Just if still interested, Bruce, on this, or still thinking about this, that's just something to think about. Is you're gonna the legs have to be on it still. Um,
Okay.
you know, so for me, it's too high for for most cats. I think they have to really get up into it. It may not look like it, but it's probably a good like foot at least off the ground, 18 inches maybe, or centimeters. I guess I don't know what that'd be, 24 centimeters. I'm not sure on the conversions.
See, that would be all right for us. That's something that I tend to get higher um, litter trays because of Honey. She kicks all the sand out, and we need higher trays. Like I have to get like ones with higher walls,
Well,
and then we've got a low one for her to get into. But
so yeah,
that's
so
it.
something like this.
Yes, exactly. That's what
Like
Honey's
it,
got like that, and then the others are high boxes which she can't get into. Um, yeah, just because she makes such a mess. Oh,
oh, have you thought of a litter mat? I guess you'd have to put in mini litter
oh,
mat. Yeah.
we did, but they just get it still gets everywhere. The thing is, when she's kicking the litter, she's kicking for about 10 minutes and she's really kicking all the litter out like a dog.
Hi, carpet. Hey, Rosie. Come here, Rosie. Oh, come here. Come here, you little gremlin. Right. And are we going to go around the island in circles? Oh, went the other way.
Echo, come out of there. Echo. Leave Honey
Come,
alone.
honey.
Oh,
Hi.
Echo. What's this?
Come on, Rosie. All right, Rosie, you're being tricky. Leather Tennessee chin.
So Suez
Suez.
calicos, yes. Are
Yeah.
sweet and calm.
Are you
Just
sure they were
yours.
calicos?
Yeah, it's just yours, Adam. You're giving them a bad name.
Apparently. All right, Rosie, we'll come upstairs. That's fine.
Hello,
Come on, you
Violet.
little.
She's good. Oh, thank you, Tennessee. There is Raven. Always grooming herself continuously. I think it's because she's only got half a mouth that she decides to do so much of it. I feel like she can't get full coverage like she would, maybe. I don't know. She grooms a lot. She's not stressed, but she's just always grooming. Never see any fur balls come out of her mouth.
Hey, Nutty.
Echo, come out of there. You're annoying Moon now.
What's up, Rosie?
Space down here. Hello.
It's a rather odd question to ask, Daniel. I'm not sure if you need to be in this chat or not.
I've got long hair.
Well, I'm not sure what kind of question that might be, though. You never know with some folk. I hate to say it like that, but
And in the winter, I've got even longer hair on my legs.
ugh.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, some fights.
Yes, it's Echo trying to play with Yoshi and he's not up for it. Yoshi has a very girly voice for a
I'm gonna be
male
like
cat.
Max.
It's like it's really very different to male cats.
Is it like a little meep? I don't know if I've heard him meow or not.
No, it's very rare, but it is. It's like like that.
Like a
Yoshi.
baby meow.
Yeah. Hi, Yoshi. Hi.
Right,
He doesn't
Yosh.
really speak very much.
Kind of sounds like Max. He's got a very quiet kind of baby manly. We would call it manly meow for an adult male, but he meows. He kind of irps now when he's getting his food. He gets
Oh,
all excited with his food now.
that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the medicine that he's on, because he got a Covenia shot, so that takes uh, that sometimes the side effects could be like just decreased appetite, but thankfully his appetite has stayed strong since he's had that injection about a week ago.
We've got the same fountain, but a different shape.
Well, Rosemary's spoiled. She has two.
Oh. So do you have to keep them all in different rooms?
So, like right now, because Rosemary is out, because she does not do well with the others, when she's out, they're in. And when she's in, they're
Right.
out.
Oh.
And we try to get
So,
her out. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
sorry, no, go on.
I was just gonna say, and we try to get her out about 6 to 8 hours or so a day, just so she has some out time, outside of her room time. Um,
Yeah.
she's obviously though inside all night time.
So do they pick on her?
No, the opposite.
She
They
picks
try.
on them.
She tries to. Yes, we've tried introductions many a times, and whenever we do, she hisses, she growls, she gets a crazy, wild-eyed look in her eyes, like she
Like
just
this
wants to
one.
just battle. Yeah, like Betty. Yeah, kind of.
Her ears are well, they are down. She's always in fight mode. Look at that.
I
I
mean,
think
Rosemary's a tiny little cat, though. She's just a little over 5 pounds, but she's got some strength to her, and she's
so.
got some anger issues.
Did you get her last, or did you get her first when you had all of them together?
No, we got her about 2.5 years ago now. I was working in an animal clinic, and
Right.
her her quote unquote owner brought her in, wanting to put her down, and
Oh,
our vets, they took a look at her and said, no, she's healthy, she's deaf, but she's healthy. We can't, in good faith, good consciousness, like put this animal down. Um, so she just became kind of like not a hospital cat necessarily, but she just kind of lived there. And then we were going to move out of the area. And I said, could I bring Rosemary with us? And they said, yeah. At the time, we already had eight at the time again.
yeah. Do you think maybe because she's deaf, she may react differently?
Unknown. I have no idea because I don't know if she was born deaf or I don't know if she became deaf.
Yeah.
And then Roz, to answer your question, how old is she? We're not entirely sure. The vets, when we took her in, or not when we took her in, but when the her owner dropped her off, when they did their assessment, they were thinking maybe like 15, 16. And we've had her for nearly 3 years. So if you do 15, 16 plus like 3 years, then she'd be like 18, 19. But at times she acts like an old lady. And at times she acts like she's maybe like 10. So it's hard to say exactly how old she is. Hello there, Angela.
Oh,
Or not Angela, Angela. Is it
hold
Angela?
on, guys. Again, Moon's got her nail stuck in her other nail. Oh God, what you doing? I know it's stuck. Come here. Let me try and take it off. Oh God. Oh, hold on, Moon. What has she done? Ow! Oh my God, they're all fighting around me. Go away. Oh no. Hold on, I'll be back.
No, yeah, sure. It's the tale of two different live streams. Mine's the chilled one, and we got the crazy ones over
Right.
here.
Sorry, I've got
The
Lily
crazy
attacking
queens.
Moon at the same time. Oh, God. All right, Moon, go away. Lily, you are so bad. Oh,
Come on. I know.
they're all
Back up there.
fighting because there's obviously something going on, and they're all
Hi.
thinking, it's okay, Moon, it's okay.
Zelda. I know, guys. It's lunchtime almost, huh? So you're all getting hungry. Yada.
Okay, Moony. Oh, Moon, what have you done?
Fizgig, how can you have an animal for 15 years and then drop it off in a shelter? That's a great question,
What?
Fizgig. I don't know.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh, Moon, come here, sweetheart.
Hello there, Cersei. I think I saw you earlier. Didn't get a chance to say hello,
Right,
but I hope you're
Moon.
doing well.
Right, I'm going to have to kick Lily out because she is becoming terrible.
Mm. Hi, Yoda. You're like, what's going on in that other live stream? I hear cats fighting, and it's upsetting me.
Right, well, I'm trying to undo Moon's now that she's got caught in her foot, in her own foot. Um, and then obviously all the others are getting hyped up because she's, you know, come here, Mooney. Come on.
I definitely remember those days when most of these cats were younger and they were a little more active.
I know, sweetheart. Come on.
Hi, big nose.
It's all right.
Ooh,
She's just growling. Don't. Nothing serious. Right.
she's just talking to you. That's all.
All right. It's done. It's done. Right. It's done. We are sorted. Oh, what a nightmare that was. Oh, Betty, move out the way.
Hello
Move
there,
right.
citizens arrest. Marianne, yes, cats can fight. That is very true. I guess I don't know.
Sorry,
Maybe we've
Louie.
been pretty fortunate through the
Sorry.
years. For the most part, our kitties are pretty good with each other. They don't have like any kind of
No, but
craziness.
it's okay, sweetheart.
Of course, though, we have for a very long time, though, always used this feel away stuff. I know people have some varying opinions on it, but
Get out.
oh,
You go out.
I
Go on.
choose to calm these cats down.
You too. They're all fighting. Left the free fighters outside. Oh,
If you want to rumble, go out in the patio.
oh. Betty, stay away from Moon. And here's what happened.
That looks familiar.
I'm wounded from who I don't know. It wasn't Moon though, bless her.
Yeah, that's definitely a familiar sight, unfortunately.
What kind of cat gets their claw stuck in their other claw? I've
A
never seen
special
that
one.
before.
A very special kitty.
And now I'm just cleaning up poop because Butchie done a poo and he got all excited with what's
Goodness.
going on. Nothing like entertainment.
Fizgig, yes, you've had luck with Feel Away, but it is expensive. Yeah, I would agree with you, Fizgig. We cost like three of them, like three replacement bottles is like $90, I think, or something like that. It is expensive.
Yeah, we've got one in. It doesn't work. I don't
Doesn't
think
do
it
anything.
works. I think it just makes us feel like it works, you know. Um, and on here, the filter kind of blows it, so it kind of like pushes it out more. But oh, sit down now. Let the naughty ones calm down.
Cindy, how can you have all the teeth pulled from a beautiful husky just in case he tries to bite someone? The vet should have lost his license. I'm not sure on that one, Cindy, but I mean, unfortunately, I mean, it's kind of like, debarking dogs. It's legal,
Mm.
in most of the country, and declawing cats, it's unfortunately legal also in most of the country. So I'm not sure, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, Moon. Yeah, I was going to say Moon has to have her nails trimmed regularly, again every 3 or 4 months, because they grow really long. Um, and even though she uses a scratching pad, they get to the point where they start to curl under like that. It's
Thank goodness.
She does have a fireball in her. You're just starting on her, you are. Stop it. Come on, move away.
We kind of have the same issue with Zelda. It's because of her diabetes, though. She does have some like excessive growth with her nails.
Yes.
So every so often, because it's like extra, I want to say it's keratin. I forgot exactly what it was, but just the nail growth. So it grows sometimes into her pads. We obviously, though, try to usually get it beforehand when we notice that she's walking a little funny or just checking her paws. Just a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, we had to actually trim all of her nails because they were starting to get a little too thick and starting to kind of, like you're saying, to kind of curl
That's
in
right. They can go
into the
into the
paw pad.
pads.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean, all the others, I never see that, but we've always seen that with Moon. And we can't do it ourselves. We have to take her to the vets to do it as well, because as you could see, it's really difficult to hold her.
I can, yeah.
She's not a cat that you even can pick up and just give her a cuddle. She just does not like it. She would never hurt you though. She'd never bite you or scratch you. And she's got tiny teeth, so they wouldn't hurt if she did bite you. But it's the stress, I just hate seeing them stressed when you're trying to like hold them down to do something. I'd rather just go to the vet and have like 2 extra hands to help, and then she's so much better
Sure.
when she's not being handled by me on my own.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I can handle like a few of these cats by myself doing
Same,
certain
yeah.
things, but like Max, for example, who we'll get back to in a bit here, I can't like do his eye drops alone, or I can't like check his glucose by myself. It's a two-person job.
Yeah, definitely.
DW plays. I just wanted to read your comments. So you have an unpleasant issue, I believe. The neighbors, and I have neighbors agreement that one of our neighbors are running a backyard breeding operation and keep pulling out cats. You've reached out to your local humane society, but no response. You're not sure what to do. It's becoming a burden financially. That's tricky. Um, Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, you can keep on maybe just keep on reaching out to the Humane Society, or I mean, I hate to say maybe just the police department. Um, you just got to be careful with something like that, though, because you might be doing it for the good reason, a good cause, but there could be some kind of, I hate to say it like this, retribution from it, because people get pretty crazy sometimes if they are breeding animals. That's kind of like a moneymaker for them. Not right, but it's sometimes how it is.
Yeah. Thank you, Chelsea McQuarrie. Where is Mochi? Mochi is downstairs in my bedroom. I couldn't leave him in here with these, I don't know what you'd call them, tigers. I think he's still too small to be in here with them. And I'm going away in July 22nd. So I'm thinking that he's going to have to go into foster care, or he might join Butchie at the vets, because I don't want to leave him in here with this lot. And I'm not here to do anything. My friend's coming in every day, but I can't expect her to, you know, just to, like, take him to the vets, take any of them to vets. It's really difficult. I know that they all should be fine. My husband's here, but with Mochi being so small, there's lots of hidey holes everywhere, and it's difficult for someone to catch him if they need to. So I just thought, better he's safe, and then when I'm back, I'll introduce him to
Sure.
everybody. May will come in here, I think, next week, and she'll be fine. But he's just too tiny. He's probably he's nearly 4 months old, but he looks like 2.5 months old. Yeah, so
Mm.
he is really small, and if any one of them tried to play fight with him, they could give him an abscess, and you can't see that within his long hair. And my friend, I don't think she'd know what she was looking for. So, you know, I'm always worried about them fighting or grabbing him too tightly.
I know, I know, I know. All right, let's go feed Max here.
That's Butchie, Violet. Oh,
Fizz,
hello, Sammy. Thank you.
Max, Max,
Thanks,
Max,
Fizzgig. See you soon.
Max. All right, Maxie, give you some food. Oh, okay. All right, Maximus. Let's watch you eat some food.
Definitely catitude. Yes, this is how Mochi also came from breeders as well, and they were almost ready to put him into the shelter because of his continuous gunk that comes out of his nose, which still comes out of his left nose every now and again. It's better than it was. And obviously the siblings had died.
Mm.
They were just, I think they were just wanting to get rid of. They know they couldn't sell Mochi. They wouldn't be able to sell him. He was missing hair, covered in ringworm. So, yeah, by the time he got to an age where he would have been over it all properly and looked like a pedigree, he'd be too old to sell. Yeah. Because no one would be interested in buying a fully sized kitten, let's say like 6 months old. That's how awful it is here. They have to
It's
be small, so small, like they've just left the milk off the mother.
I mean, Shelly, it's not, at least from my knowledge and understanding, it's not all that different out here in the U.S. As
Really?
far as that kind, yeah. I mean, it's a little, maybe it's slightly better, but I mean, I see quite a few people are talking about they hate breeders. I'm not a fan of breeding myself, because, well, one, it causes genetic issues. Like they might look like designer cats, basically, like Scottish fold cats. Just as an example, right? They got
Yeah.
like those kind of neat looking ears, and people want these cats just because of the way their ears look. But there is so many potential health issues going
Yeah.
on with these cats and dogs. I mean, I'll throw in dogs as well. These
Yeah.
dogs that are just inbred, basically.
Definitely.
Um, we just gotta. That's why the whole. I don't know who's. I think Jackson Galaxy coined this phrase, but maybe not. I don't know who did. But the whole adopt, don't shop kind of
Yeah.
mind frame. And just get a mutt. you know, just
Yeah.
get
Much
something that.
healthier.
Yeah, they don't have all these issues, all these health concerns because they're not being inbreded.
No, that's like Moon. We've got continuous problems with her. She's 4 years old. She's got kidney problems. She pees everywhere, poops everywhere. And a lot of these British short hairs do that. And Betty's a British short hair as well. She was dumped and she's had problems. And the thing is, these kinds of cats, because they're bred and bred and bred, like down family, like from mother, it just keeps going down. The FIP, Betty had FIP, so that's probably come from her family, like her parents, and it continues all the way down. So every time these people are selling these kittens, they're giving them to people, and then they end up with FIP later on down the line because of yeah, pure breeds end up with that a lot because of they're bred continuously.
Well, that gets back to me. That's why I always, like, on my live streams and sometimes in community posts, I don't want to say like fight with people. It's not the right word, but I always try to like say, hey, this is the mindset between a cat or a dog owner and a parent. Because to me, it's like it's such a big like passion for me. If your mind frame is just as an owner, then it's just a piece of property. That's all you're seeing this animal as,
Yeah.
not as something deeper or something that's just more connection with like a parent, a guardian, a caretaker, whatever. I just, and I know you've talked about sometimes the struggles out there in Turkey, just trying to like change the mind frames out there as much as
Yes.
possible. And I think it's slowly but surely it'll happen, but it's going to take a lot of time because I know like by definition out here in America, cats and dogs are considered personal property. They're not considered anything else beyond that.
Yeah.
Even though we have like all these rules against cruelty and things like that, you can have all the rules, but if they're not enforced, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter, sadly.
That's right. I'm just getting back to one of the questions about the mum and the kittens that were in my garden. I shared one video, and that was the last video because she had took them somewhere else, and I've not seen her ever since. So, yeah, she gave birth, and then they must have been there for about a week, and then she took them somewhere else, which I thought she would do anyway. Um, I'm glad she did, to be fair, because I was thinking to myself, oh, kittens, mum, and now I've not seen her anywhere. So the kittens had bad eyes. I was able to treat the eyes before she took them away, which was good with the teramycin. That's what I sent you before, Adam, and they
Hmm.
cleared up. And then she was gone. So I was glad about that actually, because she's in my neighbour's garden. She's not in my garden as such. She's in my neighbour's garden downstairs, and he hates animals. And I was only waiting for him to start moaning and complaining, but actually he was quite reasonable this time, because last time we had a mother and babies in the garden about 5 years ago, he literally, without telling me, I didn't know, he picked up the kittens and put them by the bin down the road. And then the mum obviously went there as well. She followed them. And I don't know what happened after that because I wasn't here. And then when I came back, his wife was saying to me, one of the kittens is crying. Can you go and check to see if they're okay? Because she's the wife and she just um doesn't fight back with him, I guess. And yeah, I couldn't find the kitten, so it was gone. So after what he did last time, I was surprised that he'd kept them actually in the garden this time.
Yeah, so Uchini rubs. Yeah, Max is a I think who chill and Chelsea. Yeah, Max is a most of the time a very relaxed, chilled out cat. All the exciting stuff is on Shelly's side.
The drama. Yours are old, so they're all like chilled out, and mine are all just,
Young guns, waiting for
yeah,
adventure.
yeah. I do feel like good now because, like, when Betty first came in, every night I was in bed and the cat room is above my bedroom, and all I could hear was like howling and thumping around and screams, and it was all coming from her. And I was like, oh, is this ever going to end? And then it does. Like, I don't hear anything anymore. So yeah, there's Echo right on the
Uh,
top shelf.
Amanda, the black and white cat. I'm assuming you're talking about this black and white kitty. That's Max.
Mhm.
Mariana, you disagree. That's okay. You're the owner of four cats. Just because I'm the quote unquote owner doesn't make me any less of a parent to mine. I don't look at them as property either. Can I ask you, Mariana, if you're saying like quote unquote owner and it doesn't make you any less of a parent, then why don't you call yourself a cat parent and not a cat owner? I'm just curious. Again, I'm not trying to. I don't want to offend anybody or anything like that, but I'm just kind of interesting though with
Just to
terminology
hear,
because in my
yeah.
mind, words matter a lot in my mind.
Yeah, see, I always call myself, like, I just call them my children. Like, if I'm talking to my friends, I'll say, yeah, my kids. I call them my kids, you know? Yeah, I never say like cats or pets. I always say kids. My
Yeah,
kids.
because to me, I mean, it's like eh, I don't know. It's like if I own my car because it's a piece of property. I like own furniture. I own a I don't know, a toy. I can't bring myself down to saying I own another like living, breathing creature that has like life in it, that has a heart, that has lungs, that has, sentienceness, it has understanding. I can't go to that point. I can't.
That's right,
Uh
Jen.
Jen, they never pay the rent. Well, Jen, if
No.
you have a YouTube channel that has very, very, very like a star cat, in a way they could pay the rent.
Yeah. Don't start, Butchie. Mooney, are you okay over there? Traumatized?
Marianne, you understand? Okay. Well, I mean, at least there's like the thing with me, like for me, I like talking to people just because it's like it gets under the only way you can like understand another person's viewpoint is communicating to them. And I don't know how it is out there, Shelly, in Turkey, but out here in the US, just with some of the stuff that's been going on, like just under politics, and that's all I'm going to say on that, and some other things, it's like people are they get into their camps, like political or like ideology camps, and it's like really difficult to talk to some people because like they don't want to listen, they don't want to see your viewpoint. Sometimes you don't want to see their viewpoint, and it just makes it very difficult. And just it kind of worries me as a society where we can't like talk to other people about differences and keep it like civil and not go crazy and get like start calling each other's names
Oh, God.
and getting demeaning and things like that, which just happens too often. I see some kitty fights over there.
Yes, Butchie was trying to be referee and stop the fight as always. I don't know why he does that. He feels the need to break up the fight, which is great. I've never seen it in a cat before, to be fair. But he then puts in his two punches as well.
He's the referee.
Yeah, honestly, he's always breaking up the fights. He tried it when I was trying to get Moon, when Lily was trying to attack Moon, when I was trying to get her earlier. He was then trying to hit Lily. It's very fascinating. Oh, it's because I'm here. That's why they never fight like this when I'm here.
They got to impress you.
They always do this when I'm in here. They're
Vying,
showing off.
vying, vying for attention. Vying for attention.
And they're not even coming to me though. They're just like this, almost like they just. I don't know.
Maybe they know they're being filmed.
Yeah. They're like, come on, let's act up.
We got to put on a show.
Yes. Hello, Lily. Thank you, Space Cats. Cool name. Don't think I've seen Space Cats before.
Yeah, we got to be poking Max here in about what time is it? So we got probably about another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll probably be kind of wrapping this up, and then we got to test Max, see where he's at. It's kind of like the halfway point. Usually like around 4 to 5 hours or so after you give insulin, it's kind of what's called the nadar, or just like the lowest point of like where their glucose should be after they get their insulin. And since he doesn't have this monitor on, we've just been having to poke him a couple of times. But he's a good boy with it. I know, Max, you got that gunkiness though. Just leave me alone, human. You can see I'm resting. I need my cat nap.
Oh, his little toy.
Rosemary, have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Rosemary. See you later. See you again soon.
Oh, Maxie, I get that redness in that eyeball. Ugh.
Oh, bless him. Is it in both eyes?
Unfortunately,
Oh, no.
it was getting better off of this eye, and then a couple
Yeah.
days ago, it started getting in this eye now. That's
Oh,
why, unfortunately, we need to. I wish I would have like when I when we went to the vet about this. Bye, Marianne. It was nice talking to you. Um, Let me just briefly finish here. When we took him to the vet, I said, well, we've had this before, like a few years ago. He got to be like this bad when Tang and Tiny got like a nasty eye infection, also. And the only thing that worked on them was doxycycline, and Max got it. And the only thing that worked on him was doxycycline, also. But they're like, no, Covinia should work. And I'm like, okay. A lot of the times I just advocate enough where I just like I don't want to say I get what I want, but I know what's going to work.
yeah, that's right. It's like when the vets here, they give us, I was saying to you, they keep giving us drops for eyes cats. And, you know, one of my friend's cats had eye issues in both eyes. She'd scratched the cornea, and they said, "Oh, we're
Ooh.
going to have to remove the eye." And they kept giving her drops, and it weren't improving. I just told them to go and get this, and that, and then that was it. It was back to normal again, and no eye removal. Um, they just love those drops. I feel like the drops don't even go in the eyes. I feel like they just go in and then they drip out again through the fluid that
Mhm.
they have in their eyes anyway. I think it just flows out naturally. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And again, a lot of it's steroid drops as well that they give here. Oh, thank you, Elmondo, Segan, Martha.
Roz, how do you get that in the first place? Roz, how do you get what in the first place? Hello there, Goldie Gold. I'm assuming you're asking about this kitty here. This is Max. He's got some conjunctivitis slash a little bit of upper respiratory infection. He is slowly improving. He is on an antibiotic shot, but he's probably going to have to get another medicine that's a pill or a liquid medication
No.
in order to knock this out.
Echo, come here. You're annoying everybody. Come here. Oh, hello, Lily.
Hey, Maximus, you good boy.
Hello, Caramel. Hello, Linda. I think I've seen Linda. I think you was on here already. And Mighty Mouse.
Well, Marianne, I think we're going about another 10 minutes or so. I think at about an hour and 30.
Yeah. Because I'm going to get attacked otherwise if I stay in here much longer. I'll come out of here RIP. Oh,
Roz, how did Max get the conjunctivitis? So, Roz, to answer your question, Yoda, the other tuxedo, he got about a month ago. He started to get like kind of the goopy eyes. So he probably kind of started it. And unfortunately, having so many cats, you could quarantine, but the thing is, usually once you see gunk, once you see that stuff, it's already kind of too late. Whoever
mhm,
else is gonna get it is gonna get it. So quarantining at that time for us usually is like worthless. It just doesn't do any good, and for us at
mhm.
least. So that's how he got the conjunctivitis, Roz. Unfortunately, Yoda was the super spreader.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. Thanks, DW. Yep, definitely. OG mob by her. Yes, that's definitely right. Becomes RIP. Yes, sadly. Oh, poor baby. It stinks when vets don't listen. I have an older rescue and they keep giving me eardrops and refuse to listen when I said he needed antibiotics as he's FIV. Old cat. Yeah, that's it. They do. They just continuously give you, I don't know, the things that just don't work anymore, really. Um, yeah.
My very quick 2 cents on this is vets, they have obviously the schooling, they have the education. They went to school for 8 plus years. So like in the general terms, they definitely will know more than the average person. However, though, to me, they do not know, they cannot know, and they never will know more about your particular kitty cat or dog than you will.
That's
You
right,
know,
exactly.
right? So you know when they're off, you know what's going on. So if, like, I think somebody said get another vet. I think I saw Mariana, yeah, you said get another vet. I agree. If your vet is not listening to you, go somewhere else, maybe even within the same clinic. Find one that will, because to me a vet is not like, it's kind of like a human doctor. You just don't go to the human doctor and the doctor tells you everything and you're just quiet there and you say nothing. This should be like a, like a collaboration on your health. And then with a vet, to me, it's a collaboration between you and them taking care of the animals that you're entrusted to take care of. So you got to have one that will listen to you. And sometimes you got to push back on them a little bit.
That's right. We've gone
Don't be
through about
afraid.
10 vets over the years, and I've got one now that I've been with for the last 2 years, and they cooperate, they listen, they're up for listening to things that they may not have heard. They're even willing to take on like advice that like things that you've dealt with that they might not have heard of before. Um, yeah, because that's what it is. You need someone to work with you as well. When you have so many cats, they all act, some of the vets all act like, oh, it's a cat, so this is why. Well, all of them are different and have different things going on, you know.
I also want to say, like, to all the cat parents that might be listening to this, if you have the capabilities of going to a cat only hospital, I would highly recommend going to one, as long as it's not too far away and like reasonable, because cats and cars normally is not a good mix. But I would
Mm.
highly recommend a cat only vet if it's possible and wherever everybody lives at. Um, because they because I think too many like regular vets, they kind of see cats as like dogs in a way. And it's like a cat and a dog is, they're two totally different species. And like what works for a cat or what works for a dog does not necessarily what works for a cat as well. And there's so few medications that are like cat like geared or cat only or go through the process of just cat only medicine. A lot of it is through dogs, which is from pigs, which is from humans, and so forth.
Yeah, that's very true.
Again, I don't want to get, I never like to get too preachy because I often fall off my soapbox and I have old bones and I could break a bone. So I got to get off my box when I can quickly. Just some American humor there. Hopefully some people will get and maybe others won't, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's good to share, I think, because that's the thing as well. Where I find that where I've got loads of cats, if a friend of mine or somebody that I know has just one cat, they will not experience going to many different vets. They will stick to a one vet. But where you've got many cats with different things, you start to realize that not all vets can actually do what you need. So you do end up exploring sometimes in a good way, because one might have a machine that the other one doesn't have, and then you end up going back and then you find out that, oh, you like this one, and this vet seems good and seems like they know what they're talking about, and what they've done for the cat has helped, and then you end up trying them a little bit more. It's kind of like that situation, I find, going from, I mean, we use two, so we go from one to the other, for different reasons. And then one of them, I will show you, I shouldn't really show you, but one of them only lives over there
Oh,
across
wow.
across the road. So that's my other vet. And like when I need things doing, like for example, when Honey needs an injection or we need things done, they will come round and do that for me, save me having to take them out on the back of my bike. Which is not always fun, but yeah, it helps for those. And then if there's an emergency in the middle of the night, I've called them a few times at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they've been here, which is great.
Yeah.
You don't in England. If you was to do that in England, it would cost you a fortune to do things like that, even to take your cat to an emergency hospital. But the vets here don't charge so much for doing things like that, you know? They will just come to your house if they're one of those vets that work 24 hours.
That makes sense. DW plays, got to be careful. Adam, I might break a bone in the US. I might be put down these days. I might. Hello there, Joseph. Lewis, you prefer the
Aw.
individual live streams? Lewis, I can see the pros and cons of individual plus dual. That's why these dual things are just like once a month or so. But I can tell. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of chat that goes on. So it is hard to like keep up with everything. For sure.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Hi,
I think if we
Josie.
do one of these again, maybe it would be like what we did with that like Q&A thing. Maybe just bounce back to that one, or maybe just
Yeah.
stick with those ones.
Yeah,
Maybe.
do that as well. It would be nice if any of you have ideas for topics, you could always share them with us. You know, send us an email if you've got like a specific topic that we could do. That would be good too. So you know, everybody can choose something that question and answers. So yeah, lots of topics to talk about.
I agree. All right. I'm gonna just say one more time on my end. Again, I do have a Google Live, not a Google Live, a Google like kind of a Google Meet. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The link is in my last community post I put up yesterday, I think. So if anybody is interested in that, please join. Again, it's just a space away from YouTube where actually everybody can kind of talk. Um, so hopefully I'll see some of you there. I'll log in a little early and see if I'm sitting by myself.
What time is it, Adam?
2 p.m.
Right.
2 p.m. is at 9 o'clock, I think, out there for you.
All right, I will try to hop on if I remember. I will try to hop on as well. That would be nice just to see some faces.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just something a little bit different, something a little bit kind of cool, a little bit more kind of away from YouTube and just people can actually talk to each other. I think there's some value into that.
No, it's very good, I think.
All right. I am going to head out. I appreciate the time as always, Shelley. Always
And
very
to
kind and
you.
generous
No,
with your
I've
time.
really enjoyed it again, always. Time goes really fast, always, doesn't it?
Definitely. Definitely. I will obviously keep up everybody. Hope somebody's having a hard moment over there. Is that Yoshi? No, it's not
No,
Yoshi.
that's Lily.
Lily. Okay. I have to say I don't remember all of these cats.
No,
Their
it's
names.
okay. It's understandable.
We're kind of doing a dual pose here also. We got Max kind of doing his dramatic, well, he was, and then Lily was kind of doing her dramatic pose as well.
She's being rude.
Well, she's just sticking her leg up in the air. It's like it's all natural out here. You know,
Lily.
it's all good. It's all good.
All
All right.
right.
Everybody have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I hope you all had some fun, some laughs. Maybe you learned a little something, perhaps. But Shelly, I will maybe see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you
Yes,
somewhere, sometime on
definitely. Thank you
YouTube land.
so much, Adam, for today. Thank you.
Hey, Maxie, we're gonna say goodbye because we gotta. Yeah, you gotta get that gunk out of your eyeballs, buddy, and we gotta give you
We're going to
some.
head off as well because I'll go and make some dinner for myself because it's 7:30 p.m. here for us.
Yeah, I love the time change, or not the time. What I'm
Yeah.
saying, time change, the time difference. I mean.
I'll be going to bed in a couple of hours.
Oh, all right. I got to try to get off the floor again. It's always good
Mhm.
times. All right. Take care,
Echo.
everybody.
See you later, Adam. Take care.
Bye, Shirley. Bye, everybody else. Bye, chat.
Bye-bye. Bye. Oh. Bye, guys. See you, everybody. Thanks, guys. Ah, lovely to see you all. Bye. Take care, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll be on tomorrow for a um, single live, as usual. So we'll be on tomorrow as well. So we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Take care, everybody. Lots of love to you all.